Hello everybody, it's Bum here. Um, I'm live to deliver an important message to all of you viewers out there that watch my streams. Now, I will warn you right now, this is not going to be a subject that people like to hear or that we should dwell on because it's something that's painful. But at the same time, it's important that we discuss this because it's about behaviors that okay. If you have social media, it's your responsibility to know that everything that you post can affect other people's lives. I want you to think about what you post before you post it. And hello. Welcome in. I'm glad you joined me for this important subject. As you know, there are people out there that have suffered great and painful losses. And when I woke up this morning, hello, welcome in. This is a painful subject to talk about. So if you have a history of painful pasts or anything, or a history of violence, this might not be a good subject for you to listen into. I'm just here to talk a little bit about manners, public manners. If you join a public website, it's your responsibility to know that your posts affect those around you. And sorry about the blurriness, it's my internet connection, it will be in and out. But basically, this morning when I woke up, and the first thing I look on Amino to see, which is a website that you can go to join groups and hopefully find people that have the same interests as you, a place to meet friends and family members and people that you can care about, basically. So, when you wake up and you see a video posted to Amino, to a group that you have tightly knit as a family, I'm not mentioning names to protect people, but if you see a post of somebody brutally taking their life, a video with suicidal content, straight up suicidal content, a video of it with the caption saying, "Today, I want to end it all because life sucks." Of course, you need to think before you post something like this. You may be hurting, but that's not something that you should post up onto a public page where possible victims have been through this. I've been through this with friends who have gone. Some people will be hurt by seeing these kinds of posts. Think about those people who have lost their families their family members to this awful act, before you go and you post something so dire to a family that, a family that's been built off of trust and friendship. Can you imagine going online first thing in the morning, had I not seen that and disabled it immediately and told them their post was disabled for disturbing and suicidal and triggering content? It makes me sick. I'm sorry, it makes me physically ill to my stomach that people do not consider that kind of content could trigger people. And I don't look happy right now because I'm physically shaken. I'm physically not happy. The first thing I did this morning was have to deal with this, have to take it off of the wall and talk to these people in PM that had the feeling of wanting to post something so traumatic and put people through that memory of, like me, for example. It triggered me so bad. I cried. I broke down. I've had stuff happen with my friends, my close friends, and lots of them have gone. I'm posting this video because I feel for those people that have been there, have felt what I've felt, and they don't like when people are so heartless and careless to post something so insensitive just because they're bored or need amusement or reactions. It's sick. It's sick. Just to get views and likes. Like, why would you exploit somebody who has chosen to take their life? I'm sorry, it was terrible. And thank you. Thank you for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. And I promise you a fun, uplifting video after this. We're gonna try to push past this morning. Look at this. This isn't acting. This is real. It's disturbing, it's heartbreaking, it's a terrible thing. And when I talk to them and ask them, you know, please don't post that stuff to the main page, it can be triggering and hurtful to people, and they said, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. And I said, okay, well, are you okay? You know, I understand you might be coming through this hard time yourself, and that's why you posted that. Is that the case? It didn't come off that way in your message, but if you're having a hard time, I can talk you through this. I've been through this with friends and family. You know what their response was? Thank you. And you know what their response was? It made me sick. Their response was, no, I'm fine, I think. I'm just being a teenager. So you put people through hell because you're just being a teenager. A typical teenager. That was my response that I got. Just being a typical teenager. That's why I decide it's okay to post those things to social media. I'm sorry, but what? You're destroying lives because you're trying to show what it's like to be a teenager. I'm sorry. I'm done. I said, well, you know, don't post that stuff in the past. And from now on, you know, it's not allowed here. We don't tolerate it. And their response to that was, well, what do you allow then? Cussing? Thank you, guys. I really appreciate this. But they changed the subject to, is it okay to use language in the Uramino? Is it okay to use language here? And I said, you know, yes, it is okay to cuss here. But that's not the point. You just changed the subject from what was going on. You just totally blindly changed the subject from your post, which I'm not even going to show right now. I'm not going to show what they posted because I'm not putting anyone through that. Let me just tell you, it was sick, it was wrong, and it was disturbing. So, yeah. They just don't care. Yeah, and you're right. They just truly don't think that there's people out there that are suffering through this. And please share this video. Not for my channel's sake, but for the sake of the people that need to wake up. Because those YouTubers out there, I know this is probably an old topic, but example, Logan Paul. Now, I don't know what's going on in his head, but if you guys seen the video when he traveled to the suicide forest, sick and wrong. It's just like that. People like him make me sick. I didn't know who he was before that video, but it's bad that the reason I know who he is from that. I'm sorry. The reason that I found out about who Logan Paul was, and I watch YouTube constantly, okay? I watch YouTubers, new YouTubers, all the time. The only reason I know he exists is because he had the goal to go to a forest where people go to take their lives. Just to try to get a dead body on camera. Okay, I'm sorry, but did I miss something here where that's okay? I get if you're trying to get ghosts. I get all of that. But, you know. And yes, I do. But that's the topic I would like to cover. Just be aware that what you post affects others. Be aware that even if it gets you views, it's not worth it to hurt other people. I always put it in my mind to put others before me. Just keep that in mind, because I would hate to shut down Amino. But, you know, I know I'm sounding dramatic right now, but if it comes to it, if this stuff continues and I can't stop it, I would hate to lose everything, but at the same time, I can't put people through that. I'll continue to disable disturbing content from these people. If you see anything, please report it to me if you're on my Amino. Killing Stalking Crazy 2, which we all understand is just a webcomic. We understand that the themes in that are just fake. They're not real. It's a storybook. It's, you know, it's fantasy. You bring some of that into reality, it can be really, really intense. And I'm going to say it right now, I do not condone abusive relationships. I do not condone that in reality. Not one bit. I do not condone, I can't even talk, I'm so upset. I do not condone, oh my lord. I do not condone, you know, triggering topics, something that can bring up something hurtful to another person. I do not condone treating other people less than you. Just because you feel you're better than somebody does not give you the right to judge them based on appearance. If you get to know their personality and you still feel like it's not nice or healthy to be around them, fine. That's your choice. 4, something else I do not condone is, you know, yeah, exactly, having the right to take somebody's rights away or life away. 5, why must people suffer for us to realize how stupid we can be? Now, I've made posts in the past. Everyone's made mistakes. We're not perfect. But when you actually feel remorse about them, that's good. If you can feel remorse for something that you've done, you realize you made that mistake, you own up to it, and you feel remorse for it. When you feel true remorse, because you can't fake remorse. If it's real, it's real. You can't force it. If you own up to it and you apologize, unlike the person I met earlier who fake apologized and just pissed me off more, there's differences, you know? There's real apologies and there's fake apologies. So yes, hashtag save the peeps. Save those people out there that need our help. We are justice, and we will stand for what's right. And now, as I promised, I will move on to a more uplifting video. This was just an awareness video for those YouTubers who think it's okay to use other people's pain and suffering for your own gain. Thank you. Save us all. Deliver this message to those who need it most. And if you are having a hard time, I'd be happy to talk with you. If you're doing it for attention, I'm just gonna put it right out there very bluntly. If you just want attention, fuck off. Alright. Have a nice guy. Have a nice day. Save people. Save lives. What we strive for is important here in this world because we have such a short time in it. What we do affects people around us. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Help people. And put a stop to injustice. Bum is out.